6-man tents, and oftentimes because of supply, there were a lot more men in there than, or you assigned to that tent than the 6. Could have been up to 10 or 12.
We don't sleep 6 men today, but
yeah.
They did then.
Yeah. And of course, in camps, then they were ready for battle. They could just fall out in the lines and be ready to fight right outside their tents. The things we do to recreate the history of the common soldier in the Revolution is recreate that common soldier with his equipment and his dress and uniforms, the muskets that they used.
This is a flock, and it's a little different. It was introduced into the American units almost as for psychological value, because the British associated this type of flock with riflemen. Most of our colonial soldiers, even the militia, carried a smoothbore musket. However, the British thought, when they looked at these jackets, that we were riflemen out of Pennsylvania.
The regimental coat was introduced around 1780. You're talking about 2 years to actually fabricate a jacket. So Washington couldn't get his men outfitted like this right away. Plus, each state had its own idea what they want to use for the colors. So for Massachusetts area, most likely we would have seen a blue with a white trim. New Jersey would have been a blue with a red trim, or New York, that area. Pennsylvania had their own colors also. You know, people think of us, this is the way we were all like this all the time, but we weren't. What I'm wearing here, this is our cartridge box. In our cartridge box, we can hold up to 24 rounds of ammo. I also have my canteen, which we would have water in there. This would be about a quart of water. It lasts us a good part of the day, hopefully. And our haversack, which is the bag on the side of me here. This is where we keep our rations for the day, our food rations. But in here we have our eating utensils. I have a bowl. This little kit is where I keep my eating supplies with. This is probably my most important piece of eating equipment, is my knife. I can eat with this very simply by scooping up the food and eating it. I can cut with it also. Spoon, which I actually have a fork. Now, for enlisted men, most likely you would not have a fork. You would have either a spoon, the knife, or just the knife.
You can see I have various patchwork and none. As like you were saying, a lot of them we carry a sewing kit, which you have a straight needle, you know, and various pieces of material, from linen, the wool, you know, the ticking, you know, because a lot of times this is all you have, so you have to maintain it.
The advantage of a musket over a rifle is that you can get more rounds off with the musket than you can. It's a little difficult loading.
The ammo would be a paper cartridge. In the paper cartridge, the bottom here would be the ball, and filled on the top would be your gunpowder. And what we would do when we're getting ready to fire, we take our muskets, we would open up to half cock, and in here you see the pan, okay? We will pour powder in the pan, close what we call the frizzen. The rest of the powder now would be poured down the barrel, okay? Now this end of the paper and the ball would go down also, okay? Then you would pull your ramrod, pack it down, put it back in. When they give the command to fire, pull the thing back, take aim, fire, and you'll be done. Now a good rifleman can get at least 3 rounds off in a minute. If he was really good, he may be able to get as many as 5 off within a minute. Von Sturben, thank you, came in. He was able to teach us how to properly use our muskets and introduce the bayonet.
When the soldiers first started, before von Steuben took over, the British were so taught, as he would go down, the British would step forward and keep going. The Americans didn't have this idea of fighting like this, so they would fire and flee.
Mount that on there, and now you're ready to proceed. Take forward and jab. And that made us a better fighting team after that.